with this coronavirus pandemic, if 45 had led by example, he would have saved lives, and he didn't care anyway because we already know he never cared about anybody but himself. 45's leadership has never been under such scrutiny during this pandemic, and never has the adoration for the number for 45 among a vast minority of Americans held such an opportunity for 45 to exercise leadership. He certainly relishes his popularity, forever boasting about Klan rallies before the coronavirus shut them down, or tweeting that his task force briefings are ratings hit, which they're not. He believes in his deluded mind that people love him, but we actually hate his fucking guts. He says, "I guess I'm here for a reason, to fuck everything up." Yep. While 45's overall approval rating has never exceeded 50% or higher, that's still tens of millions of people who believe in him and what he says leverage to do to mind his job. Or not. Is 45 taking hydroxychloroquine? There's two cases in point for this. After 45's inextricably started pushing the public, what the hell do you have to lose, and march to embrace two anti-malarial drugs as the coronavirus therapies, prescriptions for chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine soared nationwide, while early anecdotal evidence and two small flawed studies suggested fighting benefits from the drugs. Mountain research since then has pointed to the opposite conclusion, that the drugs do not help and could in fact be harmful. The Food and Drug Administration in late April had advised against using either drug in non-hospital settings because of a risk of heart problems. A Veterans Affairs study showed high death rates among coronavirus patients using hydroxychloroquine, and a large New York study this month showed that there is no benefit from the hydroxychloroquine. 45's response is he announced Monday that he had been taking hydroxychloroquine for 2 weeks, which he isn't, to guard against the coronavirus, knowing how controversial the drugs are. 45 could have kept his personal decision private, but he didn't. Whether he's telling the truth, which he's not, about ingesting the drug, a White House physician statement oddly avoids any clear assertion that the squatter is actually using hydroxychloroquine. The message to Americans who believe in N45 is clear. Never mind the science. I know better. The squatter has employed a similar wink and nod approach with his disciplined practice of never wearing a face mask when he goes out in public. Not even Thursday, when he was touring a Ford Motor Company plant in Michigan, where a rule required masks and the state's attorney general had to hold the squatter ahead of time. He had a legal responsibility to put one on, and he chose not to. His explanation was something to do with his belief that wearing a face mask shows weakness, even if everyone around him at the White House is now required to wear them. And there are wise precaution. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention began urging in early April that masks be worn because the coronavirus is so contagious it can spread merely by people talking to each other. In Hong Kong, which has nearly the population of New York City, the face masks were worn almost universally from the moment the coronavirus outbreak occurred. The city has lost 4 people to the disease, with more than 16,000 New Yorkers have died. Somehow, however, in the United States, the issue of wearing face masks has devolved into a debate about conformity, party affiliations, and even manliness. Worse yet, store clerks have been beaten and a security guard even shot to death for requiring customers to wear them. But sadly, by never donning a face mask, 45's message to Americans is clear: I'm not taking this precaution seriously, so neither should you. The squatter spoke to ABC News this month about the sanctity of every living person during a pandemic. If we lose one life, it's too many, 45 said. By embracing face masks as a means of curtailing the spread of a deadly disease, or by urging caution while potentially harmful therapies, 45 that might save one life, or perhaps many more, but we know he doesn't care.